Brother wearing a pink shirt. Let's see here. Mute that. Awesome. All right, everybody. Hey, welcome. Coming on. How are you? What is going on? Where are you from? Welcome to this week's Let's Chat. My name is Steve McMillan. For those of you that have never been on, I am a wellness resource, and I use Shackley as my tool to help you guys feel better every day. So I am coming to you live. I'm sorry we weren't on live yesterday. I got a little crazy in my family. My brother's in town who I haven't seen in 2 years. So of course I had to take time to visit with him and meet his little boy that I hadn't met yet, who is now nearly 2. Speaking of which, here he comes down the stairs, or he was. Don't know what he's doing, but we are broadcasting live right now on 5 different platforms. I've got Instagram over here on my phone, Facebook and YouTube right here in front of me, and Periscope, which is tied to Twitter, over here on my iPad. So if I miss you guys coming on, please bear with me. Shout out, let me know that you're there so I can know who's coming on. So what a day it has been. And ordinarily I have my energy tea with me, but since I'm not at my house, today I have coffee. So how are you guys doing? What is going on, everybody out there? All right. Man, this is fun, isn't it? I love having an office that I could broadcast to a whole lot. It feels a lot more relaxing in my office when I come to you guys as opposed to in my apartment where I normally broadcast from. I don't know. It feels more at home with you guys when I'm in an office. So with any luck at the end of the year, when I move into a house, I will have my own office and we can just talk and have a great time and definitely feel more relaxed than we normally do. So what is going on? How is everybody doing? Let me hear from you. I've got one person watching on YouTube right now. Give me a shout out so I know who you are. I can only see that you guys are watching. I don't actually see who it is. And hoping that my bandwidth is good enough, we're going to see if I can't share this video out to my groups. My little son trying to get in. Playing with the bells that are hanging on the door. I tell you what, it has truly been a great day. Had an opportunity to go to church this morning and see my friends and family there. Had an opportunity to that would be my brother's little girl, my adopted niece, as it were. I love my family, y'all, and it has been so much fun sharing, being able to see them this weekend. Hey, Skylar, how are you? Skylar is one of my wife's cousins, I think. Not real sure, but she's an absolute sweetheart. Skylar, I hope you have had a great weekend. Okay, so far my bandwidth is working well enough that I can share out to my group so far, but we'll see how well this works. Here comes my oldest son down the stairs. My kids are such a mess. I love it every minute. There is 2, and let's see if we can get 3 real quick. You can hear my wife talking to my niece in the background. I absolutely love family, and that's part of the reason why I love Shackley so much is because it gives me an opportunity to work, but also still be around them. I help my brother Lance with his pig. Okay, wait, Skylar, what do you mean by that one? In fact, Skylar, hang on. Come say hi to her real quick. Skylar. She's watching me on Instagram right now.
Hi,
Skylar. So this is a what? My better half, 1/3 of the rest of my family. I don't know. And then you hear the other one coming in behind me. Little bit.
He's playing with Caitlin right now.
Oh, he's playing with my niece. No, sort of niece.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, everybody out of Papa's office.
Come on, let's go.
We don't want Papa to wake up and get upset. Honey, here's your label for what you're working on. Here comes my brother down the stairs. No telling what he's doing. I love my family, y'all. They're so much fun. So I owe you guys a few videos, which hopefully I'll be able to work on tomorrow, since I have off from my regular job tomorrow. And we'll get those guys out to you guys as soon as possible. We've done 3 sessions now of what your doctor wasn't taught about med school, or what your doctor wasn't taught in med school about nutrition that you should know. And Thursday is going to be our final session for this series. So I definitely will get those 3 videos up to you guys soon. And so you guys can watch them, hopefully before we finish number 4 on Thursday. I feel like I've got a lot going on in the next couple weeks. I just finished a great meeting, Classroom 2A, with my buddy Delroy, which hopefully I'll be able to share those with you so you guys could see exactly how easy it is to run this anytime that you want. And as we've been going, well, let me check. Facebook is my watch here. Hey, Jessica, how are you? Man, it is good to see you on here. Well, at least I think you are. Now it shows me that you're not on at all. So Jessica, if you are still there, say hi so that I know whether or not you're there. My friend Jessica, of course, is on her own wellness journey. I'm hoping that she'll join me in Shackley and start a Shackley business of her own. As much as she enjoys being a bus driver, part of me wonders if she wouldn't have more fun being at home all the time. If she heard that comment, we'll see if she responds. Trying to see if there's a way. Let's see. On Periscope, I can share to Twitter or Facebook. Twitter, I'm already doing. It shows that I should have the ability to share to Social Pilot. Oh, cool. Share now. Please select at least one account. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Share now. We're not able to find a default image. Okay, so let's add an image. I've got a few to choose from. How about this one with my kids? That should do the trick. And share now. Jessica, are you still there? I'm willing to bet not. I've got that there. So, okay, interestingly enough, if you guys wanted to order from my site, today you're not able to. Shackley is updating things for all of us, which means my site is down right now. As soon as that comes back on, I will be sure to let you guys know. We've got some exciting things coming in February, which if I don't know if you've heard or not, but Shackley actually has a new mascara coming out, which I believe is going to be part of their youth line. So very much looking forward to that. Come on now. This thing's still at 99. Oh, there we go. So my big challenge to y'all is if there was one thing about, okay, so hopefully that'll come up here in a minute. We'll see.
No, gentlemen, let's go this way.
And of course, Troublemakers 3.0 are hanging out outside the office that I'm sitting in, so that'll be interesting. We'll see if my favorite sister can get the kids to follow her. Good luck, Margaret. Oh, that message came up here. Wasn't ready for that. Okay, Instagram, bear with me for just a moment. I'm trying so hard not to laugh because that only makes matters worse, and yet... Okay, but now did my live stop? Nope, my live's still going. Sweet. I love it. Hey, Paula and Marshall, how are you guys doing? Well, Marshall, I already know how you're doing because I saw your face this morning. Hey, Marshall, you know what? Since you're on, I got a question for you. If you're still on, did you ever check out the Get Clean kit for your wife's daycare? I'm kind of curious about that one because I think it could help tremendously. Paula, if you're still on, how are you? I hope you're doing all right. Paula, you need to reach out to my mom if you haven't heard the news yet. February is going to be a big month. Not yet. Well, Marshall, what is taking you so long? I can give Marshall a hard time. Marshall is one of my newest friends, as it were. I had the opportunity to meet Marshall when I moved down to Huntsville. Stayed with his folks for a little while. They were kind enough, sweetest people I know. And Marshall just got married. He has a baby, y'all. He's got a road ahead of him. Marshall is 21. Yeah, 21. And meeting with Catherine. Okay, wait, what do you mean meeting with Catherine? Define meeting with Catherine. Let's hashtag friend status. I don't know. If I give you too much trouble, Marshall, that could change very quickly, I think. Hey, Marshall, do me a favor. I don't know if you're at your folks' house or not, but tell your mother I said thank you for helping me with Brenda. Let's see, who else is on? Paula, are you still on? I see that there's two people watching, but I don't know exactly who it is. It could either be my friend Paula or my friend Jessica. And now I got three. So who's ever watching, drop me a line. Let me know because I only see that there's three people watching. I don't know who it is. Marshall, have a question for you. You're a gamer. ish. Uh, um, you got any suggestions for a new game for a Mac that maybe I should try out? Let's see what you think. But Marshall, let me ask you something since you're still on. Um, if there was one thing, any one thing that you would like to improve on where your overall health was concerned, what would it be? Anything at all? Give Marshall a chance to answer here. Because I don't know. He might say nothing. He might say everything. I don't know. Guys, this is part of why I do these chats every week, is because it gives me an opportunity to get to know y'all more, and for y'all to get to know me and what I do and why I love doing it so much. One of the reasons why I love doing this is because it gives me the freedom to meet essentially anywhere in the world, anytime that I want. And while this week's Let's Chat is half over, it doesn't mean I have to stop, but it also means that I can stop just anytime I want to go spend time with my family. Matt, gaming is hard. I'd have to check compatibility, but I have some ideas. Okay. Weight loss, which is in progress. Marshall, I'm willing to bet you I could help. I'm willing to bet you I could help. In fact, I'm going to post this link right now. Marshall, I'd like you, I want you to stay tuned because right now my site is actually down. We're making improvements on it, getting it upgraded. We are coming out with some awesome things in February, and they're working on getting our sites updated right now. But Marshall, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you this link. wellness.myshackley.com. That is for all of you watching in right now. Go check that out. Like I said, right now my site is down. But Marshall, in your particular case, what you had mentioned, you are working on it, and you and your family are doing a tremendous job. My only concern, though, is that you guys are losing muscle as well. And so I want to turn you on to Shackley's 180 program, because Shackley's 180 program helps you lose the right type of weight so that you're actually losing weight and maintaining your lean muscle. And so as we come down to the last 10 minutes, there's Jackson. I love watching these kids. It's so much fun. I could do this all day. So Marshall, when my site is back up, stay tuned and thanks for your patience. Oh, excuse me about that one. That's just funny. Marshall, y'all's weight loss is currently in progress, but I want to make sure that you guys are maintaining lean muscle instead of losing that muscle. One of the things that I have come to respect and understand a little better is that the scale virtually means absolutely nothing. And what I mean by that is, and of course, this is all my opinion, but what I mean by this is that I have seen people, in fact, I've got a buddy of mine, to look at him, you wouldn't know it right off the bat. The guy looks like he might weigh $110, soaking wet, not really sure. But he's a professional bodybuilder. One of the greatest tips he gave me was don't worry so much, don't focus so much about the scale, focus about how things fit. And when I started to really work out and try to understand what he was talking about, it became very apparent that I don't know why my phone keeps trying to go to sleep on me, but it became very apparent that what he meant was as you tone out, as it were, as opposed to just trying to lose weight, you will actually find that you will start to gain weight. And so kind of testing this theory a little bit, I'd worked out really hard. My clothes were fitting great, but I noticed I wasn't losing the weight as much. And I've eventually got down to 235 pounds, but about when I switched up workout classes, I had noticed that I was starting to put back on the weight, but my clothes were feeling fantastic. Now, I've got to get back to it because I miss that life. I miss that stress reliever, as it were, and I miss what that felt like. So I really need to get back to it this year. I'm telling you, a lot of things I feel like are going to change this year, and I'm very excited to see what the year brings. But Marshall, I know that you guys are wanting really hard to lose weight, but if you're still watching this, my advice to you is don't focus so much about the scale. Focus more on how things fit, because when you do decide you want to lose weight, one of the biggest, I don't want to say mistakes, but biggest challenges that people tend to face is that every time they step on the scale, the weight could be different. If you're weighing yourself every day, which your dad has told me that he's doing, but he's trying really hard not to. Either they step on the scale every day, and if they're not stepping on the scale the same time every day, everything is going to be all screwed up. They're not going to understand what's going on, and they get frustrated, and some people eventually quit. What I have found, I was stepping on the scale once a week just to see where my levels were at. I wasn't focused so much on what the scale actually said, but just trying to track my progress in that particular instance. And I guess it was about 3 weeks into our new workout, I had gone from 235 to 245, and yet I still wasn't eating as much. I was working out more. I was staying way more active. Was doing probably about 2 miles a day on that one. And it concerned me because I didn't want to lose the weight. I was also starting to tone out more. So my clothes fit differently. And I was actually getting back into larger sizes, which I didn't want. I needed to shrink at the time. So I started running like crazy. And I dropped the weight, but it dawned on me, I might forever be a guy who weighs 250 pounds. But depending on how that 250 pounds is interpreted, could mean the difference between a heart attack and living till I'm 100 years old. And so, Marshall, I saw that you said you had some ideas. I want to talk to you about those because I'm curious. I also need to come check out some of your games, but I wish this phone would quit trying to go to sleep. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, as we come down to the last 6 minutes of this week's session, I want to thank you guys so incredibly much for just being here and hanging out with me. Things have been a little crazy trying to boost my rep on a new form of social media called TikTok, which has been interesting to say the least. But building this business, one of the things that I absolutely love about being friends with Marshall and his family is they never point you in the wrong direction. They always try to encourage and uplift and point you down the path of exactly where you want to go with the best options available to you. So, hey, Philip, how are you, bud? Didn't see you in church this morning. I hope you're doing okay. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that. It's always fun and exciting to see new people. But anyway, you guys are absolutely wonderful, and you are all encouraging. Everybody that watches on every one of my platforms, I want to thank you guys. You guys have been totally awesome. You're bearing with me as I learn. You guys are hopefully learning some interesting things about me, but I want to hear from you. I want you to please post in comments, send me messages. You can go to my main site, which is mcmillanwellness.com. That one is still up, and you can find ways to contact me on there. I definitely want to hear from you. Marshall, you know how to get a hold of me directly. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. No. I truly love Marshall and his family. They have become very dear friends, and I'm excited to see what life brings for Marshall and his new wife, Catherine. You guys have been married all of what, 2 months? See, December 15th, so like a month and a half. No, not even that, because we're only the 20th. So a month and 5 days. So I'm very excited to see what life brings for Marshall and Catherine. But please message me, reach out to me. There are several different ways to do it. And if you go to my site, mcmillanwellness.com, you'll see ways to get a hold of me on Facebook. You'll see I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's why my phone keeps dying, because my battery is nearly dead. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope. What else is out there? Snapchat, TikTok. I'm on all of them. It's no wonder I've got a management app to help me with all this. Sometimes it's just a little overwhelming. But with that being said, my prayer for you, and yes, my prayer, not my hope, my prayer for you is that you start this week off with diving into every possible opportunity that you can. There are millions of different ways out there to make the most out of every situation. And it might not be real obvious at first, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. I'll tell you what, let me see if I can go ahead and adjust this camera here. Being able to see my brother, having the opportunity to make that happen. There are so many opportunities out there every day to bring joy and happiness into people's lives. And my hope is that one of the things that you get out of this is that you know that everything is so much better when you can bring joy to it. There went Caitlin and my brother and his youngest son, Jackson. I'm really kind of surprised that my brother hasn't popped his head in here just to be annoying. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic week. I look forward to talking to you more this week. Like I said, on Thursday, we have got the final session, part 4 of what your doctor wasn't taught about nutrition that you should know. And then Saturday, with any luck, unless I have something else planned, we will have another Let's Chat session on Saturday from 4 to 4:30 Central Standard Time. So I hope you guys can join us for that. You guys have a fantastic day. Make the most of it. We'll talk to y'all later. Y'all take care.